My name is Waldoggaroo. The most famous Waldoggaroo in the land. I'm trying to think of the land. I was thinking about things I've said in past videos about locations where I'm from. Made up locations. I'm just gonna say, I don't know. Say something. I want to say like Wonderland. I don't know if Wonderland's a place, but if it is, this is Wonderland. A different land. Waldoggaroo. I want like a pack of dogs, like adorable dogs, not mean dogs, to just like raise their little snouts, their noses in the air, and go. "Ah!" That's what I want. I don't want a lot of things, but I want my intro to be, "Hey, I'm Waldoggaroo," and there's just these little dogs. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And then for some reason, I want to be obnoxious and an asshole. I want to have established relationships with each one of these adorable dogs, or whatever. But I want to call them dog number one, dog number two. Like I can tell, like clearly the dogs will not understand me, but they will read my body language and know I'm being an asshole. And because I know they're smart. Like, have you ever talked to someone or some animal? You communicated in some way, and then they just like they're not playing dumb, but they're kind of playing dumb, and then they kind of reveal they're like, "Hey, man," they're like I know you're the one being dumb, and I'm letting you be dumb because you just are. But I had Sassy the Chihuahua, which is my grandparent's dog. She did that the other day. She was just like, "Hey." She just looked at me and she just like, you, she didn't say this, but she pretty much said this. She was like, "You know why I bark at you every time you walk into the room sometimes? Is because I realize that you appreciate that, and sometimes you need it, and I'm more aware of things than you will ever be. But I'm not here to be that dog. I'm just here to share the space. I appreciate you, appreciate what you do, I appreciate how you are, appreciate how you look. But I'm not dumb, and I'm better at reading things than you are. So I just want you to know." That's what she revealed to me a couple nights ago. Uh, and in my dumbfoundedness, my realization, I was like, "Sassy." Should I say? Let me do it correctly. Sassy. You gotta have crazy eyes when you say that. That's the only way. Sometimes it's not how you say it; it's how you say it. It's not so much the tone; it's the tone of voice, and it's you gotta have the crazy eyes. Yeah. So I mean, doing these videos, talk about myself. My I realized I got today off and need it. I can tell it's nice outside because I'm not freezing right now in my room. My body is. I mean, if I worked out yesterday, like actual workout, like actually lifting weights. That's the kind of pain my body feels right now. My ankle kind of hurts because I've probably been walking too much. My ankle of my good leg. Uh, I realize that my brain is probably the most thing I gotta worry about besides everything else. But I'm not worrying about it because I'm, just focusing on prayer. I'm laying here in bed and I've got my backpack and I've got my hand shaking. By the way, sorry about that. I think I'm starting to get kind of overwhelmed, as I said, by my brain. Uh, anyways, I got my backpack. I got my music producing board. I got an Uber last night because I wasn't. I don't want to talk about it, but I just it was a good time to call an Uber. Let's just say that. That's how I was feeling, and the person I was speaking to was pretty easy to talk to, and I try to understand why this person was so easy to talk to, and this person was a lot like me in a lot of ways. He was like, yeah, I met my wife at a show I was doing. Yeah, the show. And then she saw me, and after the show, and I had at that point I was just like I had to ask. I was like, what kind of show was it? Was it music? It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a drummer. I said, you're okay. And I was like, yeah, I play guitar and I sing. And he was like, wow. I'm like, yeah, I could tell, we're like, we got music in common. We're talking to each other like we've done shared activities. We've never met each other before. Oh, I don't remember what he said. He said at some point, somewhere along the line, he started talking about his wife, and I was like, yeah, I could really use a significant other in my life right now. I could that made him laugh. He was just like, yeah, I'm doing so good over here. Look at me. Just one of those things where I'm like happy for him. I'm like seriously jealous. I'm like, man, I'm over here. I'm over here not doing so good. And you're over there freaking all happy and shit. But no, I'm doing pretty good, and I'm pretty happy. It was just last night. Anyways, the music producing stuff, it's funny because it's like the problem I'm having is not producing music. The problem I'm having is it's like there's to do it what I have to do right now is like format an SD card, which is the memory card, and then like plug in a bunch of stuff. It's like more work, like computer work, which is kind of cool. I like computer work. So I mean, I've got my computer in my backpack, and I've got that SD card, and I've got to do that. And I read a couple chapters in my book yesterday, my dragon book, my dragon series. And I was thinking about reading that, drinking some coffee, listening to music, having some alone time, doing a lot of prayer. I've got my rent in my backpack. I need to go drop off my rent for my apartment. But I definitely feel that feeling. I felt this feeling last night too, where I was. It's like have you ever tried to walk through water, like walk through in a pool of water, and you're like walking, and it's like you're walking all weird because the water is it's like a resistance to your movements. That's how I feel. It's like a heaviness, and but it's all right. I mean, but it's a funny thing where I'm like kind of how you get kind of. I realize for me specifically, there are certain ways. There are certain ways of thinking that I need to watch out for. Like I need to not think particular ways. Uh, but everything else is pretty much okay. And I realize if I'm like walking through water, so to speak, I'm eventually going to tire out. And then I have my vampire side, kick in and save me, basically. But I don't want to get too. It's like not something I need to worry about so much, but and it could be something that this might be the opportunity to work on that side of me, where I'm thinking really dark, and I'm in that particular that scenario, being tired. But I'm really leaving it over to God, and if I need to, I can. If I feel too uncomfortable, I can call an Uber or whatever, recover in certain ways. But as I said in other videos, opening myself over, opening and offering myself over, and as far as faith, it's going to take a lot out of me. So it's just I know I need to be aware and to talk about it. Particularly, it's helpful talking about where I'm at with in these videos, because it helps that other people are aware of what I'm, trying to do and trying to accomplish. So I'm gonna get going. I appreciate y'all for watching, and y'all have a good day. All right, bye.